Hello everyone, Matt Thompson with you on AFL.com.au as we take you through the day's footy news. We begin with bad news from the West again for Ben Cousins. This time he has been charged with possession of cannabis. So another court date for the diary for Ben Cousins. His woes are continuing. Now to the war of words at Collingwood. This war of words between Mick and Eddie. Today we finally heard Nathan Buckley weigh in, and we also heard from the skipper Nick Maxwell.
So I've been in Mick's position now, through 08 and 09. And you only need to say one word slightly out of place and it's blown up to be bigger than it is. And I feel for Mick in that regard, because anything that he says and does is going to be put on one side of the fence and Collingwood's going to be put on the other. The fact is that I had 8 years as a player under Mick, and in the last 2 years I worked as an assistant coach under Mick. I'm where I am now because of him.
Look, I guess from players, you just got to do what we can actually influence, and for us, that's playing well on the weekend. So I think that if we had a won on the weekend, we wouldn't have been talking about it. It wouldn't be an issue. So if we get too worried about other influences outside of actually what we do internally, that's when you start to get yourself in trouble. So as players and as a playing group, we're just going to put our best foot forward on the ground and make sure we perform.
All this going on as Luke Ball heads for his knee surgery, dismissing any talk of suing the club.
The whole possibility of legal action, is that a chance at all?
Not even worth talking about, mate. Yeah.
Does it frustrate you when stories like that pop up?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit, because they're just non-stories. It's a waste of everyone's time.
The Pies' next focus is Port Adelaide, where they'll run into friend-turned-foe John McCarthy, who's very wary of his former club.
Yeah, I'm loving my time here so far. So, they're a great side, so they'll bounce back. And this week it'll be a great challenge for our young team to come out and play a team who's made the grand final 2 years in a row. So, great challenge for us, and hopefully we come away with the win.
Adam Goodes has travelled to Melbourne to fight his suspension at the AFL Tribunal, still hopeful of taking on the Kangaroos in his record-breaking 304th game at the SCG on Sunday. The Demons and Bulldogs, 2 winless teams, they face off on Sunday as well, and if it gets really bad, the Doggies are working on fallback options as NFL star Ben Graham dropped by for a chat.
He's been in a few meetings. I think he's keen to teach Lindsay Gilby a little bit of punting maybe. Lindsay's keen to go over to America and thinks he's a pretty good kick, so maybe he's helping him out there.
In all seriousness though, the Brownlow medalist says he's slowly getting back to his best.
Obviously I'm in a lot better place than I was last year. It's just, I think, a matter of getting that match fitness back. I've played 3 games now and a couple of practice games, so I'm feeling better each week fitness-wise. So I think in a few more weeks, once I still keep building that base up, I should be back to full fitness hopefully.
Kurt Tippett's errant goal kicking is a talking point in Adelaide. Some, including Gary Lyon, have suggested the key forward should be traded.
No, I think it's a ridiculous comment. Tiffo's very important to us, and what he does to get those shots and goals, contested marking and stuff like that, he's outstanding yesterday. And the way he assists me as well, he's pretty adaptable to play ruck and forwards. He's come a long way now, and hopefully he keeps progressing.
Great news from West Coast late today. Scott Selwood has re-signed at the Eagles for a further 3 seasons. To another young gun, 20-year-old defender Dylan Grimes. Not only did the Tigers finally get a win on the weekend, they also got a Rising Star nomination.
Yeah, no, it's something I really wasn't expecting, but no, definitely I'm really proud of being nominated this week, and it sort of reflects the way the Tigers are going, really. We're playing some good footy, so no, I'm really excited.
And from Brisbane, young Billy Longer has spoken of his baptism of fire, lining up against Dockers big man Aaron Sandilands on debut.
Yeah, and I think it's a game, rucking up against Sandilands for the first time. It's a game I don't think I'll be able to forget too quickly, so it's good. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it was a great experience. There was, I guess, that little bit of urgency about the game, but it was good.
And check this out from teammate Jack Redden, a little bit of brilliance ahead of last weekend's match in Perth. As you can see, cameras all around the land. That is a wrap on the day's footy news here at AFL.com.au. Thanks so much for your company. Have a click around. We'll talk to you soon.
That's when you start to get yourself in trouble. So as players and as a playing group, we're just going to put